I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you a guide for the Black Waltz Ruin EX3 in the FF9 crossover. Black Waltz consists of 3 waltz bosses, but the middle waltz 3 is the main boss and they resist all elements, so you can only use non-elemental weapons in this battle, and there will be a sigil phase, so you need a triangle sigil. And if possible have at least 1 boost slot, because during the sigil phase waltz will freeze one of your characters. And they will also buff their magic attack and debuff your magic defense, so you might need to bring something against that. And you can't focus only on the main boss and ignore the other 2 bosses, as they will use Cura, can buff magic attack and have various other moves. And after first 2 charged AoE attacks, main waltz will soar and will become immune to all kind of physical damage, and as long as he's flying you can only deplete his gauge with magic attacks. And also, if you kill the other 2 bosses while the main one is still flying, he will inflict ultra high magic attack debuff on your magic DPS, so be wary of that. And later in the battle, Waltz 3 will do few physical charge attacks, but at point he will be very vulnerable and you'll be doing a lot more damage to him. And the first charge physical attack won't kill you, but the later ones, they could one-shot your character. Black Waltz is one of those few bosses where you have to use non-elemental weapons, as he's fully immune to all elements, and every character in the game has at least 1 non-elemental weapon, so we have a lot of options, but few of them have better sets. Tifa with Guide Gloves and Amaranth combo is great for strong single target attacks and can debuff magic attack as well now. And Vincent has Kuja and Hugin Munin for DPS, and of course Sephiroth has Kuja and Shinra Blade or Protector's Blade for DPS. And Cloud with Glavin is also nice here. And also I would have forgotten, Kate Sid has Yellow Megaphone and is a powerful crit master, so you could try him here as well and hope for huge PP crits, and he also has a crit Kuja. However, Zack is a perfect DPS here with Ceremonial Sword and Twinkling Star, as he can debuff physical defense and magic attack, and his Ceremonial Sword not only is very powerful but also buffs his physical attack as well, so that's a perfect combo for this battle. And none of his weapons are limited. And because this is a non-elemental battle, so when you are building your team you want to prioritize either physical or magic attack, physical or magic ability potency first, as they boost your DPS the most, then attack ability potency, crit potency or limit break potency. As for a healer, Camera Earth is of course great here, but Matt has a great set and can buff both defenses with his Centipede, Syringe, Co-Defender, also have very good options here. But I'm using Zack, Sephiroth and Matt, with Zack and Seph being DPS and debuffers and Matt is a healer, and I have many equipment slots empty and I only equipped required utilities, so in those empty slots you can use weapons and materia to boost your stats. Matt has Gear Voucher outfit with Vanquishing X, but you could use Gigantic Shield if you are unsure, Syringe and main weapon slot for HP and magic defense buff, Centipede for heals, Triangle Sigil and Cura for single target heals, and in sub-equipment slots he has Guild Weapon to boost magic defense of all allies and Marching Horn to boost his heals, so Matt has 12.9 HP, 2.8 heal and over 130 on both defenses. Zack has Gear Voucher outfit with Apocalypse, Ceremonial Sword for DPS and Twinkling Star for debuffs and HP, and it doesn't have to be OB10, OB1 already does the debuffs and OB6 just unlocks max high potency, a Triangle Sigil, and in sub-equipment slots Zack only has Buster Sword, so he has 13.1 HP, 3.3 physical attack and both his defenses are around 130. Sephiroth has Lethal Style outfit with Helia Colorizing, then Kuja, and same case as with Twinkling Star, even Obi-Wan Kuja does mid potency debuffs, and then Shinra Blade for DPS, and if you have Protector's Blade of course you can use it. triangle sigil in boost slot. Then in sub-equipment slots he has HP weapon with magic ability potency, so Sephiroth has 11.7 HP, 3.4 magic attack and 141 MDef. As soon as the battle begins, you want to debuff magic attack of the main boss, because he will buff himself 4 stacks and this will also hurt you a lot, and buff your magic defense. You can time it so it lasts longer, but we want to take as little damage here as possible because they will repeat this attack, so we'll get hit twice and we have a very limited time to heal and recover. But if you have 2 debuffers, you can start damaging the boss with one of them, so Black Waltz 1. And this another triple waltz, so the same attack. And also, when you start doing DPS, you want to target Waltz 1 first, because he's the one that cures the other bosses, so get rid of them first. Otherwise you'll keep hitting and he'll keep just healing them back to full HP. And soon enough, oh yeah, here comes the sword, and when the main boss is flying, he's immune to all kinds of physical damage, so don't even bother, because you will not do any damage to him, and just have to deplete his gauge slowly with magic attacks, and you have to time it because you can't deplete it immediately, otherwise you have all 3 bosses remaining, and this might complicate the later phases. So I think best is to get rid of Waltz 1 and then focus on the second one, while you also do depleting the gauge at the same time. So AoE attacks, magic attacks are very good in this battle. And also, though, if your magic defense is buffed, those stun daggers and elemental magic casts, they don't really do much damage to you. But here, if you are using a magic DPS, don't kill Waltz 2 too fast, otherwise Waltz 3, the main boss, will debuff your magic attack on your magic DPS, so try to kill them both simultaneously. Because after a few seconds, if you would kill a Waltz 2, then Waltz 3, the main boss, would inflict that huge debuff on you. And here you could, if you have Apocalypse ready, you could just finish him off. I was hoping I could. It wouldn't take much, but apparently he was left with 1 pixel. But here, when the boss is stunned, you can do some DPS, but also don't do too much, because now he becomes vulnerable. And this is where the real DPS begins. But shortly after those limit breaks, he will freeze one of your characters, and then he will do a charged physical attack. If your physical defense is buffed, then it won't do too much damage to you. It will hurt, but not too much. But here, and he always targets the character with highest amount of HP, so you can manipulate your HP if you want a certain character to get hit. But here, just recover, and he will do a series of Thundagas, Blizzaras and stuff, so, and Firagas. If you want to, you can switch to defense to take a little bit less damage, but otherwise you can just DPS and out heal it. But it should be pretty close. But soon enough, you should freeze one of your... Yeah, here comes the freeze lock, and this is the sigil phase. It's 16 sigils. As you can see, it's a little bit fast phase, so you have quite a limited amount of ADB here, so try to do it as quickly as possible. But he's done, and in case you don't manage to kill him here, he will do another freeze lock and he will do another charged physical attack. And if I remember correctly, the second one, it still should be fine, but on the second or I'm thinking on the third one, that was an insta kill. So it just was too much damage, so that character was dead. But we should be fine here. But yeah, you do a lot more damage here because he's just vulnerable the whole time here. So you benefit from that, but also you can't really debuff his physical attacks, so you can only buff your defense against those physical attacks. But yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful. Yes, it's a non-elemental battle, and Black Waltz originally was one boss where I learned that we need non-elemental weapons for those few occasions. So I hope you also have some characters you can beat the battle with. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.